What's going on, guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today is another Mortal Kombat X video, and pretty much today we're discussing some recent activity made by several Mortal Kombat X voice actors that I think are worth noting. As many of you guys know, a Kombat Pack 2 is coming out in 2016, and there's always that story pack possibility, so all this ties into that. So with that said, let's get into it. So first things first, as you guys know, obviously, we have a cast of voice actors that voiced the whole campaign, the intros, and everything really inside Mortal Kombat X. What source of entertainment does not have voice actors nowadays? But yes, there's voice actors behind the scenes. So these voice actors obviously also play several roles inside like Mortal Kombat. For instance, you got one voice actor playing like 4 or 5 different characters, etc. So these guys, like I said, they're very active on Twitter. So I've kind of compiled several really odd responses or favorites or tweets from these guys to give you some insight on what they're up to lately. From there, you guys can be the judge and tell me if you think this actually means anything, possibly giving us some insight behind what we're going to see inside a future DLC pack for MKX. So let's start with this one right here. Check this out. A couple of days ago, the guy who does the voice acting for Rain, Smoke, and I believe Johnny Cage, Andrew Bowen, actually posted a Vine on his Twitter where he was inside a studio recording something. The actual Vine's like 7 seconds long, and it's just him horsing around, messing around in this recording studio, but obviously he's in a recording studio for a reason, with 4 brand new DLC characters pretty much confirmed to be coming out in 2016. 2 of those characters could very well be Rain and Smoke, so seeing the voice actor of those 2 characters, I mean, at first glance, you're just like, okay, well, it's just a slight chance he might be working on this new DLC intro dialogue or something like that for those 2 characters, but there is something else worth noting. So obviously when this Vine went public, several people in the community did see this and they're like, oh my god, this guy's doing new voice acting, let's tweet him and ask him what he's doing. So check out some of the recent tweets that were sent to him. Most of these tweets were talking about like Rain inside Mortal Kombat X, and though he can't like initially reply back and say, yes, I was doing a voiceover for Rain or a voiceover for Smoke, he did favorite these tweets regarding Rain, and I thought that was worth noting because obviously they signed like a no-say clause or something where they can't release any information, they get sued. So the most he could really do is favorite tweets sent to him. I mean, who's gonna get in trouble for favoriting a tweet? Obviously, he's not coming out and saying yes or no. And if I was him, obviously, and I had a lot of these diehard fans that were asking me every day, like, hey man, is there any new information on you doing voiceovers for Rain or doing voiceovers for Smoke? The least I would do to give them a small little insight without getting my ass in trouble would be favoriting their tweets. So who knows, time will tell. I guess all we can really do is wait, but this is just one instance. Yes, there's more than one instance. So yes, Rain, Smoke, Mortal Kombat X, what do y'all think? On to the next. Inside the MKX story mode, we got a ton of cameo appearances from several characters inside the Mortal Kombat universe who aren't necessarily playable in the game. One of those characters being Serena. Obviously, you guys know there is like a pretty strong cult following for Serena. Knowing that I've always mentioned she was always inside that nice little argument there for characters inside the Kombat Pack 2, and I still think she has a pretty decent chance as being a DLC character. Well, with that said, somebody did actually go up and ask the voice actor for Serena at MKX this right here. Check this out. Danny, answer me. Did you record intro dialogues for Serena in Mortal Kombat X? Of course, the actor's response was, now you know I'm not allowed to answer that, LOL. Wiki face. So she did acknowledge the question, which I think is awesome because a lot of these actors are probably super scared or nervous to even touch on like DLC information or anything like that because, like I said, they can get sued if they do say anything out of line. Awesome enough though, she still does throw in that winky face at the end of the tweet, leading me to think that there is still a legit chance that Serena may be a DLC character in the future. That's awesome because, like I said, she does have a cult following, believe it or not. So if you've ever wanted Serena MKX, there is still hope. So that is just, yet again, another instance where these voice actors, man, they just, I don't know, they just keep on giving. I feel like all of these are some awesome, you know, hints, if anything. So, last but not least, I got some really unfortunate news if you're a fan of Frost. As you guys do know, I've claimed to this day the second character inside the Kombat Pack teaser little image, boom, that one right there. I still think it's Frost, but the lady who does do the voice acting for Frost, or did the one line that she had inside the campaign of this game, did come off as, well, I'll show you right here, check this out. She was asked, hey Kelly, do you remember voice acting Frost? How many lines did you voice act for her? Please reply. And the response was, can't even remember doing the job, much less how many lines. Sorry. I read this and I was like, what? Like, you're voice acting a character in the game and you don't, what? What do you mean you don't remember how many lines are doing the job? I mean, it's Mortal Kombat X, the highest selling game of the year, and she's saying that she does not remember even doing the job, and I think this is the same lady as the voice acting for Sindel and Devora. I'm not too sure if she even remembers those jobs, but yeah, it's not really looking too good for Frost. There's a couple other tweets where the exact same person who's asking her if she did any of these, you know, lines for Frost, Like, they're trying to explain to her who Frost is, and she's still like, no, or maybe, not sure. Like, she's either playing really dumb, or she genuinely does not remember voice acting Frost at all, which would mean that she's not been rehired to do additional lines for Frost's intros, meaning that Frost has been deconfirmed, which is quite unfortunate, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, just look at this. She was asked if she did more lines, and her response was, maybe. Like, I don't know, not too much substance here. If anything, Frost is not looking too hot in terms of possibilities for the Kombat Pack 2, but those are just some instances that really caught my attention. It's crazy to see these voice actors, you know, give us some hints here and there, completely deconfirm certain characters. But what do you all think of this? Let me know in the comment section below. What characters out of the ones mentioned here do you think have the highest chance based on what you saw? Which ones do you think are completely deconfirmed? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.